Oh, hi. I didn't hear you. Come in. Good morning, I guess. Oh, crap. Is it time for the show with Slowbro? Oh, wow. We already 47 seconds into it. Oh, well, I'm Slowbro, and I guess on today's episode, we gonna learn how to chill out.
If your plants won't go with the flow, and they're too stressed out to grow, just flip on the show with Slow Bro.
Now, I know last video I said we was gonna study the where and the how to grow cannabis. But I got a little high when I made the video and a little lazy, and I realized I forgot to stress how important stress is when it comes to growing your cannabis. So today, we gonna chill the heck out. One of the most important factors to consider in your day-to-day dealings with your plants is how happy they are. You want to know what annoys them, and you want to know what makes their day. You should keep their stress in mind throughout your grow, because cannabis plants are drama queens. If you have no patience, then you're gonna stress them out. Then they're gonna go all emo teen on you and make your life a pain in the booty. But it's your booty, not mine. Remember, you are in charge of your grow, not old Slowbro. Now, the more you understand about how stress changes the plant's growth rate, the faster and bigger your plants are gonna grow, and the less problems you're gonna have to begin with. That's gonna save you money right there. That's gonna save you time. And that's gonna let you sit on your couch a lot longer. Good stress hacks your plant. It makes it grow bigger and faster when you know how to apply your stress correctly. The good stress methods of training your plant are worthy of an entire video just on their own. So, look for that when we get deeper into the veg stage. Right now, it's more important for you to understand how stress can hurt you. Bad stress affects the health and growth of your plant in bad ways. It can slow them down, make them stop and go dormant even, send them right to sleep. A couple of days, couple of weeks, heck, might even kill your plants. It can kill them quick. If you get outside of where you need to be, if your grow room is 150 degrees, your plant's not gonna make it. If you got icicles in your tricycles, your plants ain't gonna be happy. The most common causes of stress to your plants gonna be things that take them out of the happy place. Now you gotta make them a happy place. If you don't, if you get outside your ranges in certain things, your plants can't be happy. Can't be happy if it's too hot. Can't be happy if it's too dry. The most common causes of stress to your plants are going to be water stress, such as overwatering or underwatering. Now we're going to get into overwatering later. Overwatering is the devil. Don't forget I said that now. Along with water stress, it is important to note pH balance. You have got to understand the relationship between pH balance and the health of your plant. pH balance is the measure of how basic a bitch is. In order for your plants to be able to digest the food that you're gonna give them, the roots need to have a proper pH balance. If your root zone is the wrong pH, the roots won't be able to absorb your nutrients, and it may start showing signs of nutrient deficiencies when the food is actually there. Therefore, it's important to check and adjust the pH of your water to maintain a proper root pH. Nutrient stress is when you give your plants too many or not enough. You give it too much to eat, and it's bad. It doesn't make it fat, it kills it, it burns it. When your minerals get out of balance, your plant loses its ability to do basic functions. Common signs are burnt leaf tips, or yellow or off-colored spotting on your leaves. Your leaves might even fall off. Your plant might just stall out, slow down. The root health of your plant is very important. The roots are the foundation of that plant. It's important that the roots are given a proper environment. Roots can be hurt by light, by physical damage, dropping it. Don't kick your plant. Certain kinds of bacteria can mess your roots up. Roots have to have ready access to oxygen, water, and the right amount of food. It's a good idea to make sure your root zone never gets much hotter or colder than room temperature. Can you imagine if you set your naked booty on concrete, cold, cold concrete, and then somebody shined a bright hot light on your head? You wouldn't be none too happy, now would you? Neither will your plants. Another source of stress in your plants will be irregular light cycles. Cannabis plants need as much light as possible when they're in their vegetative state of life. When it's time for flowers, we use a 12 on, 12 off light schedule to mimic the shorter days of autumn. Now, it's important that any sunrise and sunset times that you give your plants remain consistent throughout your grow. If your plants get any light at all during their dark period of 12 continuous hours during the flowering stage, it's probable that your plant is going to herm on you and waste all your time. You also going to be sad when you have to kill your first plant. So sad. You also have to worry about extreme or abrupt changes in your environment. These can cause you stress. The plant's going to get confused. In general, your plant's grow area should feel comfortable to you at all times. There should be good circulation and airflow around the plants, and the humidity should never get too high or low. Any deviation from a normal range the plant is used to is probably going to confuse it and cause you problems. You don't want to just give your plant a full dose of nutrients its very first time you feed it. That's an abrupt change. You got to give it a little sip here, a little sip there. Maybe tomorrow you give it a gulp. Maybe 3 weeks later you feeding it at full doses and watching it grow by leaps and bounds. Or maybe you gave it too much and killed it 3 weeks ago. Now you got to start over. Go ahead, waste that seed if you want to. Waste the nutrients if you want to. You're in charge. Now let's think about how this plant works so you can understand what you're doing. So you can understand why you're doing what you're doing. Weed in a pot shell is the seed breaks open, a little root snakes out, grows down into the soil, and spreads out to hunt for water and food. While up on top, your leaves are unfolding and your stems are growing. Everything is multiplying and reaching up for light and breathing. Let's look at the roots. The roots are a mesh net of absorbent little string straws that suck up the water and nutrients in your soil. They're part circulatory system, they're part digestive system, part brain, and all beard. Your stems are big fat straws that transport water and food from your roots out to the leaves for photosynthesis. The thicker your stems, the better, because our goal is to grow big fat flowers. And the stems are going to hold them up. Flowers are the fruit of the plant. They're the smelly buds of the plant. It's the sticky in your sticks and stems. So, let's build ourselves a bud. In veg stage... Psst! Get out of here. You can't hide in my tree. Come interrupt my show, Marvin. I didn't come interrupt your show the other day. Get out of here. Where was I? Oh, right. Seedling stage. In the seedling stage, we want to establish strong roots. So when we get to veg, we can stack a network of thick stems onto those roots, so we can get lots of nutrients and water from the soil to the leaves. Veg is all about putting leaves on the end of the stems where the water can evaporate during photosynthesis, leaving the nutrients in the plant. Now the green chlorophyll in the leaves forms solar panels, which use the sunlight to separate the atoms of carbon and oxygen bound up in the CO2 molecules that are floating around your leaves. Then the oxygen drifts off, and the carbon is kept and used in the plant. Now it's time for the pretty flowers to come out and dank the place up. Flowers are how the plant reproduces. Their job is to be pollinated and make seeds to make little baby cannabis plants. Now the beard and the brains that are the roots chill in the moist dark dirt, while above ground the body and the booty bask in the bright sun all day long. It is so clutch for you to realize that you do not grow the plant. The amazing genetics combined with the environment you provide is going to take care of all that. I repeat, it is not your job to grow the plant. Your job is to give it the perfect place to party, and then sit back and watch them dance. All this plant wants to do is chill out and drink water and grow a big flowery ass that it can warm in the sun. Now, if you can't, or if you won't, or if you don't give this plant an environment where it can party, it will not be happy. It's gonna sulk and it's gonna mope for days and days and give you angsty crap the entire time. But if you can help this plant chill out and get a nice tan, you will have minimal issues and your crop is gonna thrive and grow fast. Now, usually, I'm not much concerned with fast, but you might be. If you want to know the entire point of this video in a sentence, well, I would say that your plant's happiness and growth rate is directly linked to how well your environment suits it. So, let's talk about where to do this thing next time, because that about does it for this episode of the show with Slowbro. Join us next week for Season 1, Episode 4, Understanding and Planning Your Growth Space, where we're going to learn to put some of the pieces of this puzzle together. Until then, this is Slowbro signing off. Have a sunny day.